All right, so I just had this call a couple of weeks ago for my SMMA business, and there was quite a few objections on this call, but I still ended up being able to convert this prospect into a booked meeting. I've done close to 10,000 cold calls or outbound calls now, and I just wanted to basically review myself in this call and say what I did, the reason I did it, what I was thinking at the time, basically what's going through my mind during these calls. It's one thing to show you, myself on the call so you can see what I'm saying, but it's another thing to tell you exactly why I'm saying it. So this is the purpose of this video, to help people out who haven't had the experience. Like, I've still got a lot to learn, don't get me wrong, but maybe some people they've only done 10 calls or 100 calls. As I said, I've done 10,000 now, so I know what I'm doing. I've done a lot of sales courses. I've invested $15,000 plus into sales trainings. So this is how I think during these calls, and I'm going to run you guys through this. I'm going to put this video on 1.5 times speed as well, just because I can't be bothered listening to it on one, because it kind of bores me. But if for whatever reason it's too fast, just like slow down the YouTube video. But let's get into this. Hello, am I speaking with someone from...
That's right.
Okay. My name's James. I was just wondering if you guys could possibly help me out with something, or give me a hand with something, if that's okay.
Like what?
Yeah, so I'm not looking for any personal work, as you can probably tell. Just really quickly wanted to run an opportunity by, if that's okay with you. If you're interested, that's great. If you're not, that's also fine. So this is like the Jeremy Minor script. I do add in like my own little touches. For example, there's one there which is like, just wanted to run an opportunity by you. Look, if you're interested, great. If you're not, that's also no problems at all. The reason I say that is just to like indicate like a lack of attachment to the prospect. Like, I'm not some needy sales guy who's like, you need to buy from me, John. Like, John, no, really, please buy from me, John. It's just like, look, John, if you're interested, that's great, mate. But if you're not, no dramas, just let me know and we'll call someone else who might be more interested than you. That's just an example, right? Back top of my head. But the reason I'm saying that is just to like show the prospect like I'm easygoing. Like, I don't need your sale. I'm not desperate, because when you're desperate in the sale, when you're desperate on the call, prospects don't want to work with you. It's like dating. If the chick's desperate to be with you, you don't want to be with her. Or if you're desperate to be with a chick, she won't want to be with you. I just wanted to see quickly if your company would be opposed to looking at some possible gaps, particularly in like the way you guys would be getting clients that might be causing you to lose a few sales here and there. I mean, would you be the best person to talk to that stuff about with? So another quick breakdown there. So I actually use that question, like I tell him the information about why I'm calling, but I don't ask him like, are you interested, or is this something you want to talk about? Because then he's thinking if he wants to talk to me about that or not. Instead, I'm like using a question to like to guide his thinking. So here I'm saying, yeah, John. So the reason I'm calling is for X, Y, and Z to look into these gaps. I mean, would you be the best person to talk to about that? The reason I'm asking that is like, I'm not getting to think whether he wants to talk to me or not. I'm just getting him to like think if he's the owner or not. And like with it, so it's an easy way to like get onto my next question, because they're normally just like, yeah, I am the best person to talk to about that, and then it kind of gives me permission to keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because a bit of context, the reason I'm calling is I work for a company called Tradie Outreach, and what we're currently doing is we're helping just tradies in Sydney area get some more clients on board, particularly if they're just relying on word of mouth. Now, I'm not sure if this is the right thing for you just yet, but is now an okay time for like a quick 2-minute conversation? So, and I'm just breaking down the beginning because there's a lot of like tactics I use, particularly at the beginning of the cold call, because you want to set the frame early on. It's important, right? So just then I asked like, or I made the statement once again, like, I'm not sure if this is like the right thing for you just yet. Or like, I'm not sure if we could help out just yet. Like, the reason I say that is because, yeah, I want to reduce all sales friction on these calls. The last thing and the last person I want to be is like, John, like, you need to buy from me. I 100% can help you. I'm going to change your life, John. Like, you just hang up the phone. Sales resistance in today's day and age, like the moment someone feels like they're being sold to, they don't want to talk to you. So you want to just be relaxed and be like, look, I'm not sure if I could help out just yet, but like, and move on to the next question. It's like I say that to like trying to like send them cues that like I don't know if I can help out. Like, I'm just trying to learn a bit more about your business. I'm not trying to sell you anything here, John. And I put my hands up to like kind of indicate like, I'm not trying to sell you anything here, John. Like, I'm not. There's a push and pull dynamic in sales, and I don't want to be like, John, I'm pushing at him, and he's going to come back and say, I don't want this. But if I come back and say, look, I don't know if I can help you, then just that push pull dynamic, he'll come to me and he'll open up to me. So that's just something to keep in mind, and we'll get into this call. Um, when you say like high pages, what do you mean by that? Sorry. So high pages is like another marketing company in my industry, which is a bit of an objection. Like, are you like XYZ? Are you are you like other digital marketers? Are you like other Google SEO people? It's like, that's kind of like a backup response. He's kind of got his backup saying like, are you like this? Like, I don't want to talk to these people, or maybe like something like that. So just to like, actually to get him, number one, to work out what he actually means by that. Like, is he saying I'm like hijack pages because he doesn't want to work with them or because he wants to work with them? Like, I want to work out the reason why he's saying these things. I don't want to just like jump into my own answers to try and solve it. He could be like, are you like high pages? And I could be like, yeah, I am, John. I am. And I am. I'm exactly like high pages. We get you more work. And then he might turn around and say, well, I don't want more work. I don't hate high pages. It doesn't work for me. Or I could be like, no, I'm actually not like high pages at all. And he could be like, oh, well, I was looking for something like high pages. So the reason I asked, like, when you say high pages, like, what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to get him to affirm, like, what he actually wants and to make it clear for me what he wants so I can then present my services being like what he wants and what he's looking for. So I guess we're similar in the sense, yes, our goal is to get you more work. But it's, I mean, are you even looking for more work at the moment? So I'm very happy with that. So in these sales calls, you need to keep frame. It's really important that like you're almost interrogating, asking them the questions. Like that's the ideal frame for the closing call, but also this first call here. And like the first part, obviously you have to break that frame because you got to get them to talk, and you're doing the most talking. But ideally, you want to be the one asking the questions. You don't want them to be asking you questions. The last thing you want in this opening call is like, oh, tell me about your company, James. Tell me about how long you've been operating for. Tell me about the people you help. So how do you work? Like, dude, like the more I tell them, the less they're just going to be like, oh, I don't want that, blah, blah, blah. Like I didn't first work out like a doctor if I can actually help them first. And then based off their actual pain points, then I'll offer the solution in the end. But if I just offer the solution up front, they might not even want that solution. So what I did there is similar to what I did in the a little bit beginning in the opening. I was like, where I said I diverted with a question. I did the same here. I diverted with a question. So just like before when I was like, are you the right person to talk? Here's my products, or I'm calling about XYZ. Are you the right person to talk to about that? I mean, just then he's like, I kind of answered the question. He's like, are you like high pages? What do you mean by like that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, we game get you work, but I mean, like, are you even looking for more work, John? And like, the reason I asked that is because it's like, all of a sudden I'm taking the pressure off me and saying what I'm like, and I'm getting him to explain if he's even looking for more work, etc., and getting him to open up. So I've kind of answered his question, but I've also asked the question back to put the frame into him. If I was just like, this is going to be a long video, but if you guys want this help, like just keep watching because I'm giving you literally everything I know right now. So I can't think of anything more valuable than maybe giving everything from like an expert. But as I said, I've done 10,000 calls. I'm just sharing and just brain dumping. So it might be a long video, but if you actually want to get your help, like you need to listen along. Anyway, so yeah, like if he was like to me, pardon me, if I was like, yeah, I mean, we aim to get you more work, and I didn't say anything or I didn't ask any questions back, he'd be like, oh, well, I don't really want that. Or he might be like, well, how do you get me more work? And the pressure's on me all of a sudden. So what I've done is I asked that question back. I said, well, are you even looking for more work? To get back onto him. And now I'm the authority. Now I'm the one asking him questions.
Yeah, well, it depends because there's so many numbers calls me exactly like how you're saying it is, and they just like asking for very expensive prices. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And when you say like people like me, what do you mean by that? Sorry, like. So he kind of avoided that question there. As I said, he's got objections. So like this was why I was happy with this call because I booked him, and you can tell he's got his backup. He's like defensive. He's got his backup. So that's not a good freeze frame on me. So he's like, yeah, like you like my other marketing agencies. Like let's just double check what he just said.
Very expensive prices. Exactly like how you're saying it is, and they just like asking for very expensive prices. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And when you say like people like me, what do you mean by that? Sorry, like. This is just like another confirmation question. Like the best way to like defuse someone is like, just like when you say that, like what do you mean? Sorry, like I'm using a confused tone. Like it's like I get calls from these people all the time, and I'm so sick of them. Like in that case, if they're a bit aggressive, I might be like, I'm really sorry if I've offended you. Like when you say cause of this type, like what do you mean by that? Sorry, confused and like I'm trying to just like work out. I'm just innocent. I just want to know what you mean by that. And it kind of gets to break down their thinking, and then they realize their thoughts are maybe a bit unjustified, that you're not actually like those people, or you can, or at least they can open up their concerns, and then you can address those concerns.
Like people, like you know how you're telling me you get me jobs and whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so there's people. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess with where I'm at, like, I'm not promising anything just yet because I don't know if we could help out. Like, I still have to know a bit more about you to work out, if you're the right fit, if we can actually get you to work or not. If you don't mind, so you guys obviously do mainly bathroom and kitchen reno stuff. Like, is there room to grow the business at the moment? And if so, like, how much more could you guys grow? So I've just used diffuse questions with this guy all the time, and like it works. You can see it like building and working. Then like because he said, "Are you like the marketing agencies?" I said, "What do you mean by that?" It turns out he's like saying, "I get these people promising me all this like guarantees and stuff all the time," and then I diffused that and diffused his concern because I actually worked out his concerns by originally asking the question by saying, "Well, I'm not promising anything. I don't even know if we can help." Another pushback, like I don't even know if we can help. And then I asked a question to continue the conversation. But I mean, like, to even see if we could help or not, like, are you guys even able to take on more work? And if so, like, how much more work could you take on? Trying to set the frame back, and I'm asking him the questions again.
We do in-house renovation, but like, because we just pointing it out and pointing it out as renovation. But because not only that, we do tiling, waterproofing, we license electric.
Okay, sweet. And are you guys doing much on the advertising front, or are you just like word of mouth mainly at the moment?
To be honest,
So I'm in the call here. I'm asking him the questions now. Like he was, as you could tell, had a lot of objections at the beginning, but I'm in the call.
because we get the customers from because the people who knows us, you know what I mean? So because we've been in this industry for 11 years.
Oh, cool. So you guys,
but we never made a website or something like that because to be honest, we're not good at advertising, and so that's why you just started on with what's it called with high pages, but high pages, you know, they are like they send like 7 people and everywhere one job site. Yeah, you got to compete like directly with your competitors, which makes it a lot harder to win the work, and you've always got those people charging nothing really with no profit margins, and it's exactly that's how it is. Yeah. Didn't have to jump in there, but I did just to like show my authority. Like I understand his circumstances. Like I know what he's talking about. Just a bit of rapport building, I guess that. People expect you to do cheap prices with good quality tool staff. Let's say for all tools, we have to give warranties as well. People, we give them the prices. So I'm not saying we're expensive. We look good. But we still not happy because from high pages they're giving them cheap prices. And they end up doing the shitty jobs. And that's why people think the cheaper price is good. But it ends up costing them more, right? Because they have to go back and fix it up. Exactly, because from high pages. So as you can see, like I'm in the call here, like he's opening up to me about his problems, and that's what I want. Like the whole purpose of this call is just I wanted to like break the ice, get him to be open to talking to me, which I've got to now. It was a bit hard, and I had to overcome those objections, but I'm into that point now. And then where I'm at now is I'm just like getting his pain. I'm like trying to work out his issues and trying to like also make those issues seem worse than they actually are. So it's like, oh, like for example, you're not getting any work. Oh, how's that impacting you? And getting to like open up and really like tell himself and tell me at the same time how bad these issues are. And obviously I'll come in with the solution to these issues towards the end of the call. I had a lot of customers that know him. I gave them my quotes and everything. They're not happy with them, too expensive. They end up going with the cheap items. And then they called me after they finished, told me we have water leaks. I was like to them, you see what I mean? Yeah. Water leaks, where's the warranty? It was like I started calling him, he's not answering. Exactly. But then why am I giving him my price? For sure. And why did you even look to start with high pages to begin with? You were just looking to get some more work on board, or more like an online presence? So I'm asking that question, like trying to work out his original intention. Like, he's on this platform called High Pages. It's not working for him. Like, what was your original reason? Were you trying to find more work? Like, obviously, that's what I'm hoping he would say. Like, I was just wanted to find more work. It's not working. Okay, so then he's getting to admit to himself that he is looking for more work. Okay, great, because I'm going to get him more work. P.S. That's what I'm going to do at the end of the call, guys. Where I am now, I'm trying to build I know exactly the next step of this call. I know my solution. So I'm trying to get him to admit to himself and really show that he needs my solution, and then I'll offer it once he's admitted it. So I'm just getting him to admit it and open up to his problems. My team is I got a huge team. So and at this moment it's getting quiet, like because we only got jobs. Like we don't need a lot of people to work with, just like a small team. Really. But that's why I'm trying to go with more, so I can let everyone keep working. I don't want anyone to stay at home. Gotcha. So and when you say big team, like is that 5, 10, 20, 30? I can get even to because soon because we're waiting now I got in Chesterfield, I got a building that they want to do tiling for all the bathrooms, like around 3,500 square meters.
Wow.
Bathrooms and splashbacks and waterproofing, but they're just waiting for the concrete to finish, so I can start. But I just want to keep moving, you know what I mean? So I don't lay on one job and everything. So I want to keep my job going.
For sure. So some consistent work coming through that you know you can always at least make sure that the 30 employees or whatever it is have got enough work so you don't have to send them home.
Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
because, you know, if they stay at home a couple of days, people want to get paid, of course, so they're going to have to go to a different person to work with.
For sure. And with the current market too, like you probably know how hard it is to find good quality staff, particularly if you spend money training them, right?
Exactly. I pay. I don't care because with the industry that I work with, it's more important for my name. That's why people call me. It's because I keep the trust between us. Is that my name's more important than the money.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why it got me to this point.
For sure. Well, you're playing the long term game where you're playing to win and get good results, not just taking as much money as short term and it affect the business in the long run.
Of course, because not everything's about money. Everything about the position and how you work.
For sure. Well, I mean, like based off everything you said, particularly the pain points, and I guess it's good to hear that you've got that good word of mouth. I think that will definitely make us potentially able to help you out. I mean, have you heard much about tradie outreach or what we do?
So like this is the transition phase. So like we've had the intro. I've got him to talk to me. We've just gone through the pain point. Obviously, he's in pain. You can hear it in the tone of his voice. That's the transition page. Okay, Sam, I think his name is, like everything you just mentioned. Like I think we can help out. Don't say, are you interested? Because then he'll be thinking if he's looking for the service or not. Even though he has kind of said he needs it, it can still be 50-50 if you ask him if he's interested or wants to talk more. So instead, I use another diffusing question. Okay, Sam, like, but everything, it sounds like we can definitely help you out. I mean, do you know much about us or what we do? Obviously, they're going to say, no, I've cold called these guys, right? And then I'll go transition. Okay, well, how about I tell you a bit more about us and what we do?
Because I told you, I'm not good at online things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I'm happy to give you a little brief rundown now about what we do then. Just so you, I guess, know a bit more about us and don't have to go online and search it up.
Because to be honest, I'm glad to...
I could have handled that a bit better. Could have just been like, okay, no problem. Well, how about I quickly run you through what we do? Could have just said along those lines and it would have been an easy transition. But...
because they give me bigger jobs and everything.
Sorry, can you hear me now? I just think the lot losing on. Okay, no, I got you. The next step from here would be to have that as always. We also on top of this is a place so that you don't have a risk when you. And so yeah, I guess the lot losing on your own. Okay, no, I got you clear now. So yeah, I guess what we can do from here then is, I guess our services, we're very confident we have guarantees in place so that you don't have a risk when you come and work with us. Our guarantee is we get you at least 10 quote ready leads within 30 days. And if for whatever reason you weren't happy with those leads, they were shit quality or they were, small jobs and not the jobs you wanted to win, then what we do as well is we've also on top of that got a satisfaction guarantee. So if you're not satisfied, we'd also give you back your money. That's just because we're super confident in what we do. The next step from here would be to have a Zoom call. That would go for like 20 to 30 minutes. Basically, the purpose of that is we just learn a bit more about each other. Obviously, I can show you how our services work, but we just really determine whether this is the right fit for you or not, because maybe it's not. And even if it's not the right fit, I help a lot of home renovation companies, so I can pass on that knowledge for free. Maybe some easy things you can do to get online. Maybe.
So this is like the pitch, and then I'm transitioning to like booking the call. Just said like, I don't want him to like be pressured that I think like, I'm still like kind of having that, I don't know if we can help out yet frame. I don't want to be like, we can help Sam, you got to hop on this call, we can help. Like, I don't want to be that weird stalker, like weird guy vibes. Like, I'm just going to be like, look, man, like maybe we can help out, maybe we can't. Even if we can't help out, insert why this call will still be beneficial for you and still worth your time to go. Because yeah, the call is free, but they still have to pay their time. And these are busy business owners. So we have to make sure that they understand the value in coming to this call. If they see value in this call, then they'll come. But like, no one wants to just go on a call that they know they're going to be sold to. So like, I'm trying to pre-frame this call that I'm booking in as a call where, look, I don't know if we can help. Obviously, if we can run through that. If not, as I said, I'll pass on some free advice and free tips. I'm the expert in this industry. I wouldn't say it like this, but like, I'm the expert in the industry. I've helped a lot of people. Can pass on that free tips to you. And then I'd say, I've got my calendar here now. I'm a bit busy, XYZ date, trying to show that I'm an important person. Accelerating my status, but I could maybe squeeze something in on this date, like showing that I don't have a lot of time, lots available, even though half the time my calendar is like got a lot of times.
For example, but do you know roughly when you might be free early next week? I could probably squeeze something in maybe like Monday 1 p.m. if that works for you. Actually, I think I'm booked out for 1. Does maybe 3 p.m. work okay?
Yeah, I was having connection issues there at the end, which didn't help, but still got the call through.
Sorry, I just seem to lose you again. What was that? Sorry, apologies. The signal's really bad. Can you hear me okay? No, right. I think it's a little bit better now. I think. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, good now. Monday 3 p.m. work okay for you?
Monday 3 p.m. So what is that? Is it a call appointment? Or?
Yeah, so it's just a free call over Zoom. We call it a strategy call. Basically, as I said, we'll just break down, I guess, where you're at with the business, if our solution is the right fit or not. Even if it's not the right fit, as I said, I'm happy to pass on some knowledge for free for you. We've helped a lot of home renovation companies, and make sure the call is at least beneficial for you. Does the 3 work okay, or is there maybe a better time for you?
Can you please tell me the prices from now so I know how it is?
Yeah, sure. So,
typical price objection, like when you're looking to book the call back end, I find this a lot. Yeah, it's so common. This is how to overcome it. I think I overcame this pretty well on this call.
Unfortunately, with prices, I can't give you an estimate just yet because we don't have like a one-size-fits-all solution. We've got different. It's all customizable, so it all depends on based off that call. Like, let's say we need to put in 100 hours of our time and effort into you, and it costs X amount. If we put in 10 hours, it'll cost X amount. If that makes sense. So because I haven't worked out the exact amount of effort, I can't give an estimate of the price just yet. Apologies, but obviously we can go through that on the Monday and make sure we get a plan that works best for you.
No, it's not a problem.
Okay.
So yeah, just like typical way I handle that objection. This is like the framework. Basically, yeah, look, I'm happy. Yeah, look, I can't really go through price now just because we're customizable. We don't have a one-size-fits-all solution. We don't have packages. The way we work is we work out what you're looking for and make sure how to get you there. And then once we work out how to get you there, we make a quote based off that, based off how long we're going to and how many hours and how much work we're going to have to put in to get you there. If that makes sense. You never want to tell them the price on this call, because you haven't, so you don't want to tell them the price on this call because you've only spoken for a little bit. Like, this is only a 12-minute call, like, only probably had like a 5-minute discovery. Especially if like what you're selling is like, I used to sell high ticket coaching for like $15,000. If I told these people that it was $15,000, they will freak out because I haven't justified it yet. I haven't made them like tell me how much pain they're in and why and how much it's costing them this problem to have each year. And we haven't like really worked out why this problem is worth that amount. So in this call, it's the same here. I don't want to talk about price on the first call. The price is in the next call when I've had the time to actually run through them why this problem is costing and justified to charge the way we do. So that's why I don't ever talk or tell price on the first cold or outbound call.
So does Monday 3 p.m. work okay, or is there a better time?
Monday 3 p.m. is sorted.
Okay, the rest of that call was just me booking in. I didn't really want to put in there because of the guy's details, etc. But I mean, let me bring myself up a bit more. So yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys found this really valuable. As I said, like, there's just a lot of like information, like probably a brain dump. So you maybe have to rewatch it again because, yeah, this is like all my thoughts, and I have a lot of thoughts during these calls, and sometimes you execute them really well, sometimes you don't. That call I thought I executed pretty well. As you could see, the beginning of the call, this guy had a lot of objections, and I did overcome them, and I still managed to book him on a call. I've got the call booked coming up with him shortly, so I'll keep you guys updated how that goes. But yeah, as you can see, I just wanted to share my thoughts. I'm sure this is going to help someone out. I think it's one thing to give you scripts, but it's another thing to like say why I say these things, so you can implement these own strategies into your own course so you can be more effective. Hope this helped. Like the video, leave a comment of what you want more, or if you got any questions. Other than that, like the video, subscribe. Cheers for watching. Ciao.